But in a stressful moment, the most important thing is staying focused and not being emotional about it. For me, I like to have loyalty on my referral sources, and I want to have that loyal partnership transparency.
Le domaine du courtage est en constante évolution. Dans une ère technologique où le changement est presque assuré et inévitable, il faut plus que jamais rester à jour et s'adapter aux tendances innovatrices de notre domaine. Vous voulez apprendre des meilleurs courtiers hypothécaires et immobiliers du Québec? Vous voulez devenir un leader dans le courtage? Voici le podcast qu'il vous faut. Les courtiers du Québec avec Seroujane Kenishalingam.
Alright, bonjour tout le monde, j'espère que vous allez bien. C'est Seroujane Kenishalingam, les courtiers du Québec. Aujourd'hui, j'ai Anthony, Delli Fraine.
How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great, man.
Let's do it in English, French, like
half and half.
half and half,
Good.
you know.
If you want to
like,
speak Italian today too, we can get that going also.
Por favore. Hey, do it make sense?
Yeah, you started off good. You didn't embarrass my heritage. It's okay.
Okay, perfect, man,
Good.
perfect. You can
You insulted nobody so far.
Perfect, man. I have family in Italy, so
Real good.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, in Genova. So Anthony, how are you, man?
Good.
Perfect. Pumping,
Happy.
Thank you
Business is going good. You, how's everything?
Everything is perfect, man. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And I invited you because you're in your fourth year. Like this month is your fourth year.
Yeah.
And you're doing good for yourself.
Absolutely.
And you're working with a lot of realtors.
Mhm.
And your main business come from realtors.
Yeah.
Realtors. Like 85% of your business come from realtors. That's what you said.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about that. How do you develop that business, and how you make them happy, how you keep them happy, how you build that relationship, and let's talk about like the whole process of like how you develop your business. Okay.
So basically for me, I realized at the beginning of my career, like, how do I go get more business? Like, how do I even start business development? How do I build a pipeline? Because between me and you all know, right? Like, when you start off, you got zero. Like, okay, here's your license, go figure it out, And it for sure, you go into the business, you have some contacts. It's impossible you don't know anybody. But to have a sustainable business that's recurring, I started pointing that, realtors are probably the ones that are the best to attack. And I started dealing with a lot more realtors in the last couple of years. And for me, it was huge because I'm building a relationship. And a lot of times, like, I want to be doing money with people I get along with. I think it's a much funner environment. Puis depuis là, c'est vraiment ça mon module de mon business. Pour l'instant, c'est vraiment pour bâtir. Pour l'instant, pour bâtir un bon pipeline, c'était vraiment ça.
Donc, tu as trouvé que c'est plus facile d'aller chercher la business par des courtiers immobiliers.
Oui.
Aussitôt que tu les parles, aussitôt qu'ils sont intéressés à travailler avec toi,
Oui.
boum, ils peuvent commencer à t'envoyer la business, tandis qu'un autre, quelqu'un comme notaire, ben, il reçoit peut-être, il est comme dans la dernière file de la chaîne, donc il y a peut-être moins de business. Il va peut-être envoyer un sur l'année, tandis que le courtier immobilier, il est genre comme in the front. Like, il est
toujours.
Vraiment au début de la chaîne.
Ouais.
Puis aussi, j'ai amené parce que c'est pas parce que non seulement tu fais 85% de la business avec des courtiers immobiliers, c'est aussi tu frôles le 30 millions à ta quatrième année, qui est vraiment bon.
Ouais.
Like, congrats for that.
Thank you.
You're working really hard.
Listen, I put in the effort. People don't see the long nights, the weekends, the back end stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm a very humble person, but at the end of the day, I did put in the work. I can't thank anybody but my mentor, Teddy Kiris, my president at Group Orbis. You had one with him as well.
Yeah. Sup, Teddy? You're watching this.
He's been great for me and helped me push to different levels. And now I'm just putting blocks after block. And I just want to see the sky's the limit. See how far we can go with this. And super excited. Happy. I know to do a mortgage. I'm confident about it, so I'm good on that end. And you know what? At the end of the day, I see it with my referral sources. Not a lot of them are leaving. There's still recurring business coming from them. So, I mean, it says a lot on that end. Even they might not tell me to my face, like, hey, Ant, we love you. You're great. You're efficient. just them calling me and sending me another deal says enough. Right?
Yeah.
Like that's all we really need.
They get so much solicited every day. Mortgage specialists call them, mortgage brokers call them.
Financial advisors will call them.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It's notaries. They get phone calls left, right, and center. You know what I mean? And it's
even the guy who just started as a realtor, they just throw at him.
Yeah, I'll be the first one to say it. I
Yeah.
see someone that's new at a new agency, I'm the first one I'll message them.
And so it's like a constant battle, like trying to prove that you're the best, and you they have to keep you, and you're doing a great job.
No, for sure.
You're doing a great job, and most mortgage brokers that I talk to, they don't want to work with realtors. They have like a hard time dealing with realtors, and you kind of love them.
Yeah, guys, come to me. Let me know if you have any realtors you don't like. I'll build that relationship, no problem. I like it. For me, one it is it's an easier. I don't lose the deal. You understand? When a realtor sends me a client, we're gonna close it.
Yeah.
And we have that collaboration. And for me, I've also coached a lot of my realtors that if you're bringing us a client, we could also sell the point of service. You have a one-stop shop. You have your realtor and your mortgage broker that are able to work together. Even though sometimes we're even able to throw in a notary that we know that we could also have in the transaction. What is the client actually doing besides visiting? Okay, they're doing a lot. Obviously, there's a lot that gets down, but I'm just saying there's a lot less stress on the client during a procedure.
Yeah.
Like in terms of negotiation, let's say extensions or.
Besides the money, they're not doing anything.
Besides the money, besides that, besides the money, they're not doing anything else. But it's really like, how can I explain this? I tell this to a lot of clients. What happens if your realtor doesn't have a relationship with the mortgage broker? You're passing over this message to your realtor who wants updates, follow-ups. Do you really know what that mortgage broker or mortgage specialist you're using, understand what they're telling you?
Yeah.
And it becomes frustrating because I've asked more realtors, like, how is it dealing with a mortgage professional that you don't use on a daily basis? And they say it's tough because I don't get that phone call. I don't get that respect. I don't get that follow-up. I don't get that update. So they're really sometimes left in limbo. And it becomes stressful because now, what do you think the realtor is going to do? He's going to start calling the client, like, hey, you have any updates? You have any this and this and that? And like all of a sudden, it becomes a very tense situation. When you have people that know each other and have already collaborated, believe me, the deals become super smooth and enjoyable because not for nothing, real estate should be fun, not stressful. It should be really fun. It's an exciting time and it's the biggest purchase of your life.
Yeah.
So like if you're not going to enjoy it, then I see it all the time. Like if someone doesn't have a good experience, they tend to have a negative taste on real estate afterwards.
Salut tout le monde, j'espère que vous allez bien, j'espère que vous aimez l'épisode. Je vais prendre quelques minutes de votre temps pour parler de mes commanditaires officiels du podcast. Tout d'abord, Gymnab. Gymnab, c'est un CRM, c'est-à-dire Customer Relationship Management à travers PipeDrive qui vous aide à remplacer une assistante virtuelle. C'est-à-dire faire des suivis avec vos clients, faire des suivis avec vos partenaires, demander des témoignages à vos clients, de développer de la business. Alors, c'est vraiment un système configuré pour les courtiers hypothécaires. Ça a été créé par deux courtiers hypothécaires qui font énormément de volume, qui est Jimmy Perrault et Nabil Farah. Ils ont dit qu'est-ce qu'ils peuvent faire pour améliorer leur business, faire plus de volume, garder un service impeccable. Ils ont créé un système configuré pour les courtiers hypothécaires. Il y a tellement de CRM dans le marché, mais ce système est vraiment fait par des courtiers hypothécaires. Ils ont vraiment pensé à tout. Il y a une quarantaine de templates, une quarantaine de courriels automatisés pour chacun des étapes. Si c'est un système qui vous intéresse, vous voulez savoir un peu plus sur Gymnab, je vous recommande fortement de booker un rendez-vous avec eux et voir si c'est un système pour vous. Avec aussi peu qu'une seule commission, vous allez rentabiliser l'investissement et avoir une assistante virtuelle à temps plein. Je vous recommande fortement de les appeler et voir si c'est un système pour vous. Et mon deuxième commanditaire est nul autre que FileComplete. FileComplete, c'est une compagnie québécoise qui aide à aller chercher toute la documentation fédérale pour vos clients avec leur consentement. En dedans de quelques minutes, vous êtes capable d'aller chercher toute la documentation. Ça peut être extrêmement pénible d'attendre après les clients pour recevoir les documents. Des fois, les clients sont extrêmement motivés, mais ça traîne. Et finalement, le client est démotivé, il abandonne le tout. FileComplete va aller chercher tous les avis de cotisation fédéraux pour les 2 dernières années. Tous les feuillets T, c'est-à-dire T4, T4A, les T5, l'option C, qui est l'équivalent d'un T1 général. Donc vraiment tous ces documents avec aussi peu que 2 minutes du temps du client. C'est-à-dire le client va recevoir un message texte, il signe le consentement et en quelques minutes, on reçoit tous ces documents. Un outil indispensable pour notre business. De plus en plus, avec la technologie d'aujourd'hui, les clients ont des grandes attentes. C'est pourquoi c'est important d'avoir des services qui vont faciliter la vie des clients. Je vous recommande fortement de jeter un coup d'œil à File Complete et je vous garantis, ça va vous aider. Bon épisode. When I started, 5 years ago, one of my mentors, he doesn't his whole business is through online marketing and lead generation and stuff like that. So he kind of pushed me that you don't need a realtor to do your business. So I was doing that for a couple of years, and then I realized that there's some nice ass realtors that I really want to work with.
Yeah, there's some really great ones out there.
Great ones, yeah.
I know the reputation for realtors is maybe not the best out there in terms of professional entitlement, but guys, I'm there. I got your back. There's a lot of you out there that know what you're doing. A lot of you know what you're talking about, and some of them are A1 service. And I can't say that, and that's who I really want to deal with.
Yeah,
trust me, I've had realtors. I would reach out to multiple realtors, and then you filter through who can I collaborate with, who do I get along with, and who actually respects me for what I do as a profession, so I can respect you on what you do as a profession. I've had realtors that will talk down on me as if they're better than me. It's no, we're here to work together. Yeah, I'm not better than you. You're not better than me in all of this.
Yeah. There's some realtors, they think they're mortgage brokers also.
Yeah.
And but besides 5% down payment, what do they know? Which bank do this? They don't know.
No.
C'est ça. Donc, tu sais, quand j'ai commencé, mes mentors, ils m'ont dit, Sirjan, t'as pas besoin d'un courtier immobilier. C'est des gens qui parlent au-dessus de toi. Ils pensent qu'ils savent tout. Donc, il m'a comme brainwashé parce que j'avais comme 22 ans dans le temps.
Tu as donné une mauvaise image, mettons, de deux autres.
Deux autres. Parce que lui, il a eu une mauvaise image du courtier immobilier. Mais avec le temps, j'ai interviewé plein de monde. J'ai réalisé à quel point il y a certains courtiers immobiliers qui sont juste formidables à travailler avec. Du monde vraiment bien, avec des bonnes valeurs, qui respectent notre industrie.
Oui.
Alors, c'est pour ça que je t'ai invité. Je veux montrer aux courtiers pour des gars qui nous écoutent aujourd'hui, mortgage brokers that listen to us, that there are some great realtors you could work with.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
they even fit your chemistry, your persona. Yeah. You're not going to deal with 150 realtors. You're not going to deal with 200. And trust me, Teddy's the first one to tell me. He's the first one to tell me. You're going to have your nucleus in your circle that's very much fun. It's going to be able to, keep your business going. Yeah. And just the only way you find out who these realtors are is trial and error.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just got to talk to people. You'll know who you can get along with.
Puis des fois, c'est un scénario mutuel. Ça veut dire que lui, il va voir que it doesn't click, and you know that it doesn't function. After one deal, you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna put my energy onto him. So I had those moments that it didn't click, man.
And it happens. And no hard feelings. Yeah. It is what it is. But some people, you're not gonna want to, already doing a deal with our delays is a little bit stressful. Now having someone who's adding more stress than you actually need, because
talk to me about it.
Listen, realtors, you think we don't want the deal to be funded before 14 days? Come on, let's get serious, okay? We're gonna talk real talk, nigga. This. We obviously want to fund this. Yeah. I want to get an answer in one day from the bank, and I want to fund it the next day as well too.
Trust me, we don't get a salary, okay? We get paid if the transaction goes through.
We breathe the same air. Yeah. We go to a notary, we're all happy,
Yeah, exactly. So some realtors, it's bullshit, from the beginning. I have one day left. The other vendor is not letting us have an extension, and be true. Tell exactly what is the situation.
Yeah.
And if we can get 2 days, we'll be able to get that 2 days.
You could get your extension. Yeah, I know you can.
Yeah, come on, bro. Come on.
I know you could get your extension.
You negotiated from 500 to 450. $50,000.
I tell every realtor the same thing. Oh yeah, your client's gonna lose. You know that they have to give the next buyer 14 days for financing. So what you're gonna tell me they're gonna dump you for an extra day or two and go 14 days with someone else? They have to give that leeway.
Come on.
So don't.
Come on, don't.
I understand we're passing delays and it makes it very stressful, and I get it. But in a stressful moment, the most important thing is staying focused and not being emotional about it.
Je pense que cette entrevue on va avoir plein de commentaires.
Guys, but we love you guys. Though. I'm being serious. I love you. I gotta coach you sometimes, and you gotta coach me, and that's why we build a better relationship and have easier success on our transactions.
100%. Je pense que avec le changement qui a eu lieu de l'OASIC à l'AMF, de plus en plus les courtiers immobiliers, les courtiers hypothécaires vont se marier pour travailler ensemble.
Il y avait beaucoup d'incertitudes au mois de mai l'année passée, donc ils ne savaient pas comment gérer ça, mais je pense qu'on a plus de connaissances de comment ça va fonctionner. Je pense qu'il va y avoir d'autres changements dans le futur que je ne peux pas en parler parce que je ne travaille pas pour l'AMF, mais j'ai mes opinions. Mais à part de ça, je pense que beaucoup de monde commence à voir la valeur d'un courtier hypothécaire. It's kind of a little bit of my sales pitch. Like sometimes I just say like going with a mortgage broker is, getting a suit tailored. Like it's fitted for you. You know what I mean? On fait une analyse de ton profil pour un client. Puis tes besoins. On n'est pas payé par une banque, donc à la fin de la journée, I have no bias to any banks, you know?
You were telling me like you were comparing Zara to a tailored suit.
Exactly.
Hey, tell them.
So
what do you, what's your speech?
Like I tell some clients, like, if you want to look for a rate, it's, it's like going to Zara and buying a suit. Nothing wrong with Zara suits. I'm wearing a Zara suit today. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying sometimes it's okay. You fit that bill, but to some people, they like to be tailored. They like to be taken care of. So I tell them, like, if you're going to be just about rate, go for the Zara suit.
If you ever steal that script, just know that it comes from...
That's copy. I mean, you know what? I'm getting it copyrighted today. If I ever get it stolen. No, but... And people like... I don't mean it in a bad way. But it brings a realization.
It's true.
If you want just rate or you want drive-through type of mortgage, like fast food, it is what it is. If you want sit-down meal and you want tailored stuff, it takes a bit of time, but it takes that professionalism and you will feel that service. And I'm not saying mortgage specialists or any other people are not serviceable. I think there's great individuals in this industry, But I've been on both sides of the fence, so I could speak on both ends. I've been at the bank, I've been a mortgage broker. I just feel as a mortgage broker, maybe it's been because of experience and maturity, I've been able to be more tailored for clients than when I was at the bank. Because not for nothing, I only have one product when I'm at a bank.
Yeah.
Now over here, it's like maybe somebody comes and they've been so pro a certain bank, I can make them realize like, no, you actually fitted bank B. You know what I mean? Like that's something that's on my end, on my job to do.
Yeah. And as a realtor who send the business to one bank, like you're not a broker to know like what exactly he wants. Just because you have a better relationship with this bank and with this specialist, you kind of like him, and so you send that business. Why don't you send to Anthony? Like, because
you can send to that person too. There's enough on the plate for everybody,
But I'm saying, there's business for everyone. Like you can get that as much business, but I'm saying you're the broker. You're the mortgage broker who knows what is the best solution for the client.
Absolutely.
Like client don't know beside rate what they can have.
Mm-hmm.
And as a mortgage broker, if you're listening to this and if you're new in the field, just know that there's more than a rate. Even
if
you
guys
can't
get the loan, if you can't get the loan, the rate means nothing. I told clients like, I could get you 0%, but you're not getting the money. So what does it mean?
Yeah, what does it mean?
What does it mean?
And so because a lot of brokers, they do the same thing as the client. All they do is all they talk is about rate. That's the only way they.
I've been victim of it. I've done it at the beginning.
Yeah, because you didn't know.
I didn't know what else to do.
Yeah,
I didn't know how to pitch it. I didn't know how to present it, and I didn't know how to be more transparent and serviceable for the client.
Be honest with me, you didn't know that much product also.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, like there's some amazing products.
Yeah.
Like with TD, if you go to variable, you could fix it, and you could have the same payment. Mm-hmm. Who knows that? Nobody knows that.
Or how Manulife is very good for self-employed clients.
Yeah, Manulife one where you could pay your mortgage faster.
Yeah.
There's Smith maneuver machine, like where for self-employed people you could like deduct your principal interest. I mean,
and there's so many like which lender has the best offsets on rental properties that help with debt ratios. Anyway, we could be here all day.
B lenders, private lenders, like there's so much solution, guys. So
I've had calls with a realtor like, my client, I brought him to this bank and he didn't work. Like I tried to change the stigma of being an option, like a second option. Because it didn't work at your bank, now you're going to go to a mortgage broker because, like, well, you don't want to run around from one bank to another bank, And at the same time, it's like you didn't do maybe the client justice because maybe you have a relationship, no problem. But at the same time, when you have a client that needs a little bit more attention to on a file, or there's a few variables that could cause an issue or not, yeah, maybe bring it to a mortgage broker, because then we'll position the deal in a way to succeed. Like at the end of the day, like we said before, we get paid the same way like the realtors get paid, like the notary, you know what I mean? So I try to coach a lot of my realtors just to make them be more aware out there on the field. And it brings a lot more knowledge to them too. Like, trust me.
And you get better business also.
Absolutely, because
they know how to filter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I tell them, like, listen, when you get a client, ask for the bare minimum. Like, are they working? Like, no, but during COVID.
Are they working?
Yeah, like during COVID, you had to
ask them.
You have to ask them, because a lot's changed.
Which industry you're working for?
Which industry you're working for? Like, you tell me restaurant, gyms, it's going to be very, like, not impossible, but, the banks too know that was the heavily hit market, So, like, at least ask, are you working? Because I've gotten leads. Hey, call my client, no problem. Moi, je travaille pas. Bon, this was a waste of time.
J'ai eu une transaction pensant à ça. C'était durant le COVID. Le client, il travaillait dans la restauration, mais lui, il avait ses heures parce qu'il faisait il était dans la cuisine.
Okay.
Puis comme il recevait like des commandes, Uber Eats and stuff like that. So I got the deal. I got the deal. Like I got the mortgage. So we're just waiting for the notary.
Mm-hmm.
And he get a call from the bank, and the bank asked him, "Hey, are you still working?" And then, yeah, but I'm just doing just less hours now. I'm like, oh my God, what did you say that for? Because, alors, tu vois, des banques, même aujourd'hui, même après le COVID, ils font attention. Et ça, c'est des choses qu'on peut éduquer les clients.
Oui.
Tu vois, des fois, on échappe, mais souvent, les courtiers hypothécaires, on prend le temps d'éduquer les clients.
Mm-hmm.
Because I told him that, but he said that I was nervous.
And I understand. I get it.
Mais
I'm so used to having these conversations, but
le but, c'est pas de mentir à la banque qu'il faisait moins d'heures. En fait, il faisait moins d'heures cette semaine, mais puisqu'il savait pas bien divulguer l'information.
Les autres, ils pensaient que ses oreilles étaient coupées, puis that's it.
Ouais. Puis là, j'ai appelé la banque. Non, il s'est trompé, là. Il s'est trompé, le gars. Il était nerveux, puis c'est sa première transaction. Il y a eu plusieurs difficultés dans la transaction. Alors, il savait pas quoi répondre. Puis il y avait un anglais cassé en plus.
Okay.
Alors, bref, on prend le temps d'éduquer les clients du début jusqu'à la fin. As a mortgage broker, we do that. And sometimes you don't get that service from someone else.
No, it's possible.
Obviously, a mortgage broker can also not give you that service, but the good mortgage broker, they will. But let's talk about like builders once again, because I know you're very good at it. Tu me disais que pour garder tes courtiers immobiliers, tu les sollicitais assez souvent.
Oui. Quand même souvent.
Talk to me about it. Like, what do you do exactly to solicit them?
Listen, I kind of have my little way where it's not aggressive, but I recognize someone's talents and space in the industry. So whether it be on social media, comment on a story, send a DM, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and just building off conversation. And it might not even be like, hey, let's have a coffee. Just slowly building that like kind of conversation with that person to then eventually like, hey, listen, like, we kicked it off type of thing. Like, it's like you're flirting with somebody, you know what I mean? And you kick it off and you see where it goes afterwards in terms of a meeting and where their business is at and how they like to work, and then see if you can start collaborating. It's been working. I don't like to be an aggressive person because they all get solicited, and just like me on my end as well, like we have everybody that wants to have a piece of everybody, and I try to do it in a way where it's not annoying and it's not aggressive, friendly, j'ai pas de garde or nothing. Like at the end of the day, it's like, listen, you want to work. I see something that we could work together. Let's try to apply it. If not, no hard feelings. Just keep it going and we move on.
No hard feelings. Yeah, there's 14,000 brokers.
There's 14,000 brokers. Enough for everybody.
Yeah, enough for everybody.
There's enough for everybody.
And you said that you have around 25 brokers.
Yeah, that I could truly trust. Yeah, for sure.
And
there's more to it, but some over the years haven't been that involved, and it happens. Relationships. I don't have any bad relationships with anybody. So sometimes people go a different way, focuses. Don't forget, sometimes maybe brokers, some realtors went from getting a lot of buyers to now they get a lot of listings. And at the end of the day, Sometimes they maybe don't develop that listing into a new buyer, you know, like, and these are things I coach a lot of my realtors as well, like refinances. I have a story yesterday. I have a realtor, a good friend of mine. I'm like, what's your take on talking to your pipeline about refinances? He's like, what do you mean? Well, I go, listen, the cost of borrowing has been at an all-time low right now versus the value of properties have been at an all-time high. There's equity. And I go, at the end of the day, you could maybe flip the switch on some of your pipelines in the past. Like, look at your old deals that you did. Like the person that bought 4 years ago, 3 years ago, the penalty might be not be that big. And at the same time, maybe you could use that equity on a new purchase and develop new business. I think a lot of realtors are sleeping on their pipeline in terms of who they could refinance. Because think about it, like the person that did their mortgage 4 years ago, they're coming up for renewal, let's say in year 5.
Yeah.
So you got 1 year left on your penalty. Big whoop. We do a refinance, you pay that off right away. But now the real kicker is how much of equity did you build up in that property and use that on a new transaction or even to renovate your home and build even more equity and value in that property.
This is a golden nugget. For real. If you're a realtor and you always run for new clients, always running around to find new clients, and with this strategy, like as a mortgage broker, every 5 years I have new business. I have the same business that I finance.
And then you're just tanking on new business in that year, and then
but
it just becomes...
As a realtor, they don't have this opportunity.
But they could. They sleep on it.
They sleep on it because they don't know. And a great mortgage broker just like you who tell them, hey, what to do and how you can have that conversation. Exactly. It's amazing. That's great.
So and by the way, I do this because I give out referral commissions as well on refinances.
Give me a second. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about... we don't want to... Let's not jump ahead.
So if I understand, you're giving a lot of values to your broker.
I try as much as possible.
You try as much as possible. So you talk to them constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Or you send email. You were talking about templates. Yeah. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
This guy do so much stuff. So that's why
I do files too, by the way.
Yeah, obviously. So il les coach, il les sollicite souvent et ils amènent énormément de valeur. Voilà le secret pour aller chercher des courtiers immobiliers. Faut qu'ils sentent que vous donnez assez de valeur, que vous amenez beaucoup plus de valeur que n'importe qui sur la table. And Anthony is doing it. C'est a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Pretty much. It is. There's a whole balancing effect to it,
Yeah.
But at the same time, too, I also have a passion. Like, I love doing mortgages. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't put that type of effort. I would just go through the motions and slowly fall off the map and venture off into another career afterwards. You know what I mean? But I actually enjoy it. I love hearing clients ecstatic the day they go to a notary and get their keys. I'm a supervisor now at Orbis on new hirings, and I have a story about a new broker that I'm supervising, I'm training, and like he's submitting his first deal, and like we've submitted our deals, and we just go through it, and it's part of the job. But seeing his excitement and his happiness of like, wow, I'm gonna get a deal that's gonna work. It was like, you know what? It puts you back into perspective. It puts you back into like, I was that guy now. So that one. I make it sound like I'm really old, but I'm just saying like, I'm looking back, like I was the same person. Like I remember that deal.
We get lost in the sauce.
Exactly, get lost in the sauce.
Yeah,
get lost in the sauce. No, and then I see his excitement, and it's like, you know what? Like, yeah, enjoy the moment. Like lately, I'll be honest with you, maybe since the last 18 months, maybe I haven't been celebrating my achievements. Just been staying really driven, focused, and on to the next one. And seeing that, it was just like taking a step back and like, this is why we do it, period. Yeah. Like, this is why we do it. We're finding a solution for a client.
If you're here, man, it's because you're a valuable guy. And I only bring people that is very valuable.
I appreciate that. It means a lot.
Yeah. So congrats on that. That's an achievement.
Thank you.
Thank you. Only great one past year. So you're one of the
Perfect. I appreciate it. No, I'm super happy to be here. And I think it's I've been listening to your podcast and, seeing the people that come here, some really, big hitters in the industry, whether they're realtors, other mortgage brokers. And it's just like, you know what? Measuring yourself amongst your peers in this industry for me, means something. I want to have a good reputation, respectability. I want to have a good vision and trustworthy. to be with other people in my in our industry. So at the end of the day, being with the top people and being on this podcast, I'm very humble and appreciative.
And you're a true hustler because you called me and you were telling me like why you want to be on the podcast.
You should put me here. Yeah, I know where I belong. Like,
yeah.
Why didn't you call me yet? You know what I mean? Like,
sorry about that. But because and I asked you why, because you wanted to share your the stuff that you're doing right now.
Absolutely. Because honestly, I feel like I haven't been, like, you and I are very comparable in terms of longevity in the industry. And I wanted to, as much as I've gotten great mentorship, I want to give it back in a certain way. That's why I do the trainings as a supervisor. It is time consuming. I get asked questions that I shouldn't get asked. Like, it should be obvious, but it's part of the business. Like, it's part of the whole learning curve.
Yeah.
But for me, it's more, there's for sure some people out there that listen that are just trying to find their ways, and some people at the beginning will have some doubt, like, can I do it? Can I not do it? And then I'm trying to tell you, like, yeah, you could do it. If you surround yourself with the right people, and you ask the right questions, you end up going to find your way. And I think one biggest thing is stick it. Like, just stick to it. As long as you stick to it, you will find a way to start succeeding, where it becomes residual and it becomes on a constant basis. Don't quit.
Don't quit and just keep working at it. Keep working hard.
And that's why I wanted to come on yours, because you know what? Sometimes you do speak to people that have been in the industry for 10, 15 years plus, and it's like, yeah, they got the respect, but they also had to go through a period of adversity. And for me, it's just to voice that adversity, go through it. It's not that bad.
And you were telling me that also that, you don't have to have 10 years to have success in this business.
Exactly.
In your fourth year now, you're touching the 30 million.
Yeah.
That's a lot. So what do you think that you don't need that much time to build that success that you want to have?
No, you just got to devote yourself. At the end of the day, you got to wake up and treat it as a job, as much as it's self-employment, as much as if I don't wake up today and go to work, no one's going to yell at me. But at the same time, like, you need to treat it and have self-discipline. Just that is going to give you at least 50% of the hustle, and then the rest of the 50% is in between your years.
I hear you, but my question was,
like,
what's the mentality? Why do you think that you can have success in the beginning and not 10, 15 years? Because some brokers tell you, hey, keep doing this for 10 years, then you get a client. And you don't want that. You wanted to have success early.
I felt, honestly, I don't even know. The answer to that question is just more of a will, to be honest with you. Like, I just want to change that stigma. Like, just, the time means nothing. It's experience. Touch as much as you can. Experience is not how long you've been in the industry. I know people that have been in the industry for 10, 12 years. They don't impress me. But they demand respect because they've been in the industry for a certain amount of time. It doesn't really mean anything. For me, experience is how you're knowledgeable, how you're able to explain yourself, and how you're able to service, how to be a solution maker during challenging periods, during files and stuff like that. And just having success has nothing to do with you staying in the business for so long. All the lenders, we all have the same lenders. Well, what are you doing that's different? I actually do one-on-one meetings with my bank, my BDMs. Like, I won't do a Zoom meet. Like, we'll have meetings, let's say, with the office, but I'll do my own to ask my own questions to build off of how can I utilize this lender more so I can fund more deals, and I could bring some more deals to that person. It's always learning and always being able to know the products that you have. And then from there, you're able to sound a lot more confident. Clients will feel more confident with you, knowing because you have that confidence in delivering the knowledge towards them.
Amazing.
And this comes back to the point of, at what point did I start talking about interest rate? 0.
Yeah.
It's just information, product, solution, flexibility. What the rate? Talk to you at the end about the rate. At that point, the client's already happy with the service. If anybody wants to know, no one's hiding secret rates. They're all pretty much comparable. No one is very different than the other. So when I learned that the rates are pretty much, the same off the board, well, what are you going to do to separate yourself from the herd? Well, know your products, know your lenders, and know who fits where. Simple as that.
100%.
Yeah, and so that's why experience for me, it's just how much work you want to put into it, to be honest with you. And then be able to apply that on a day-to-day with different clients, and that's it.
So if you're a new mortgage broker who's listening to this, just know that it doesn't take you 10 years, 12 years, 15 years to make this. You could have a success after your second, third year if you hang around with good mentors, good mortgage broker that have the same values.
Oh, I didn't do this all by myself. I think like every agency has their pros and cons. I can't thank Orbis enough for the solutions and the mentorship, the professional like employees that we have. Our supporting cast has been really great for me, especially in terms of molding me into the person that I am. Like I said, I didn't do this alone.
Yeah,
I did apply what I was told, and I saw success.
Il y a des courtiers hypothécaires qui vont dire ah, moi je veux pas être adjoint de personne.
You should be. You got to learn somewhere. Touch files, man.
Parce que le fait qu'ils sont travailleurs autonomes, ils ont cette liberté, ils veulent continuer à avoir cette liberté, puis être un adjoint de quelqu'un. C'est quelqu'un qui m'a dit, c'est que il y a beaucoup de courtiers hypothécaires qui ne veulent pas être l'adjoint de quelqu'un. Parce que c'est comme si ils se downgrade. C'est comme ils sont salariés maintenant. Mais écoute, c'est comme ça que moi j'ai appris. Évidemment, c'est comme ça que toi aussi tu as appris peut-être.
Ben oui.
You know?
I was in Teddy's office sitting next to him, and I was annoying. I was just watching it. And I was annoying. Like, God, but what am I to tell you? Like, I had to learn.
Right.
And I made it a point that I wanted a mentor when I started. I was at a bank. I had no one that was like I could have felt supported by. And when I went to Orbis and I went there, I was literally just sitting next to him 24/7.
Mais si tu vois, comme Teddy t'a donné l'opportunité de te coacher,
ouais.
Le fait que c'est le président du groupe Orbis,
ouais.
Et c'est un gars qui doit être extrêmement occupé.
Ouais, puis j'ai parlé, je pense, le mois passé, puis j'ai dit, I was really grateful for the amount of time you gave me because you transitioned from going from a bank to opening up a new business. So not only are you a broker, but you're also a business owner.
Yeah.
And there's a lot other responsibilities that come along to it. And you still found 2 minutes.
J'ai 2 employés, je me casse la tête là. Donc, avoir énormément de personnes derrière lui, tout ce qui est conformité et tout, ça doit être vraiment difficile.
Ben oui.
Bref, ce que je veux dire par là, c'est que il t'a donné du temps, mais il y a beaucoup de courtiers hypothécaires, des stagiaires qui vont être là, qui n'ont pas l'opportunité, qui n'ont pas la chance d'être courtoyés par du monde qui peuvent donner du temps.
Mm-hmm.
Alors, ces gens-là, qu'est-ce que vous pouvez faire? Vous pouvez être l'adjoint de quelqu'un. C'est pas un contrat, c'est pas un mariage pour 25 ans. It's a 1-year term, 2 years term. And once you're ready to fly, you fly.
Yeah, that's it. Like, it's not a bad solution for you sometimes. Yeah. Just being on a team, being with someone, like, you're able to pick that person's brain. Technically, if you're on a team, that person who's the team leader has experience. So you'll be able to learn off of that. There's definitely going to be files you'll be able to touch that they'll hand over that will alleviate from their schedule, that you'll be able to learn off of that as well. Puis après ça, comme tu as dit, si tu commences à te sens confortable, que t'as l'intelligence, puis tout, then just fly, let it go, man.
Yeah.
No hard feelings. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Everybody wants to be a boss. I mean, everybody wants to be me, myself, and I. None of us got here being me, myself, and I. We got here because we got supported, you know. And I'm never gonna take any of that away. Like I said before, I got here because, you know, I had a huge support cast behind me that really helped me, and like I really want to shout out to them that, you know, they were behind me and helped me because I didn't do this by myself.
And Teddy's all for like working with brokers.
Yeah.
And you really put all your effort on that.
Well, I have to be stupid to not listen to it. The guy was successful, so he must have done something right?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like, I take as much as he tells me into applying it, and Teddy, it works. I see the results. Like, it works. Every time he tells me to do something, it ends up working out.
It is working. It's a man of experience. And you were telling me, like, you send templates?
Yeah.
What is it exactly?
So basically, I send, I've created templates for the realtors that I deal with. So an English and a French one.
Yeah.
During the week or every 2 weeks, I don't want to be too annoying with my realtors. Sometimes you just don't have any news to really like give out. But what I've been doing, I've been sending out templates of, you know, promos of the week. I tend to send them on the like Friday before weekend. I tend to say like, the realtors are gonna go do visits with their clients, so maybe I'm in the back of their head during these visits and whatnot. And lately we've been getting some really good offers from our lenders, like some promos internally at Orbis that I felt it was good to pass on. And who knows, maybe their clients were already pre-approved somewhere else. Could be a deal that comes on my table because at the end of the day, I have a better rate, or a better product, or a better, how can I say it, flexibility for them, So the little things like that, I think we noticed in this industry during COVID that a lot of people were loud about getting pre-approved. I think that's changed. Before COVID, people used to go visit not being pre-approved. And when they had somewhat of an interest in the property, then they'd go see their bank or their mortgage broker, Whereas now, they're not visiting unless they get pre-approved, you understand? So, and you know how it is. Majority of people will go naturally back to their bank as a comfort level to get a pre-approval. What I'm trying to say is that maybe sometimes your bank is not the one that really fits you. Like, who knows? There's some people that open up an account because their parents opened up their account back way then, and they just stayed there and never changed, So for me, at the end of the day, sending out these templates have been really, they've been beneficial.
And you were getting business just
yeah,
after
I've been
that?
getting business. I've been getting
Yeah.
leads. I've been getting business. I really cannot complain.
It's a redirect marketing.
Yeah.
It's a redirect marketing. Like when you see on Facebook, there's a way you could like market the people who saw your ad,
Mhm.
and you kind of doing that to your own people.
And I'm also touching base with them as well.
Yeah.
Like I'm in the back of your head. I'm still here. If there's ever like a
Yeah.
holiday or something, I'll send an email the day before. Like, hey, listen, I'm working tomorrow. So if there's any emergencies or whatnot, feel free to contact me. All my realtors know that you can contact me at any time. At the end of the day, I'll always answer.
You're always in their head.
I try to be.
Yeah, so that's amazing, and you're professional about it, because some people, what they do is they add on a IG and they put like partying, what they do every day and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Okay, that
It's
you
fine.
had to,
You show a lifestyle. It's okay.
you gotta connect in that way too. But in a professional way, that's an amazing way to do it. Like sending templates and sending product information and it's a way of coaching also, because you're coaching them. What is the product?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
it's an icebreaker.
Yeah.
And after that, you have your conversations and
you were talking about like commission.
Yeah.
Like how do you function?
So I give a certain percentage on purchases.
Okay.
And I also give on renewals and refinances. So if you ever give you an example, you give me a client today, we get them, let's say, a 5-year fixed mortgage. In 5 years, let's say it's time for renewal, we'll shop the market. I've already given you your commission on the purchase at that transaction. In 5 years, my pipeline's obviously it's time to renew this client. So we're gonna go through the whole X's and O's and take a look at their portfolio. And if we find a solution with another lender or the same one, I will kick back to that same realtor who sent me that client. I do it, and some people might say I'm giving maybe too much money. I'm putting it on the table. I know a lot of people don't do it. For me, I like to have loyalty on my referral sources, and I want to have that loyal partnership transparency. And I feel giving a certain amount on that goes a long way, because it is my pitch at the beginning. It's just, is he full of shit after? Like, is he actually going to do it? And it's happened this year. I've had a few deals where, renewals came up and Mrs. and Mr. got their referral commission at their office.
All about the talk. You're putting the action after.
I can't say I'm going to give you something I don't after.
Man, a lot of people do it.
Yeah, well, man, I don't know how you still refer back to those people.
Yeah. So
it's not like that loyalty is just not there.
At the end of the day, like, people need money, man.
Yeah.
Like, we need money. We have kids. We have expenses, and like if you can give them a kickback,
of course,
they will come back to you. And top of that,
I mean, don't make it the only reason there. Like, I want it to be because we have a good relationship, but
you get the point.
But it's part of business.
Yeah.
We eat off a referral base. Yeah. If you're not getting, if you have no referrals, it becomes difficult, especially at the beginning. We all would love to have a 500 book pipeline, and they're referring their friends, and you're not paying it. Like, that's the dream for sure, but it's not the reality. That's you're gonna have that happen, and if you do a good enough job, your clients will refer you to other people, and
Bon,
that's
voilà.
the name of the game, right? That's what you
Voilà.
get to. But for me to get that client, I need that initial conversation to have with, let's say, a realtor on a purchase. But I'm gonna go above and beyond with that client to make sure they're serviced properly.
Do the math. 25 brokers, and they all love you. Okay, they're ready to kiss you. That kind of relationship.
I don't know if it's that kind of relationship.
The woman, especially the woman. All right. And they send you all their businesses. You know.
I don't think they send me all, but a certain amount.
Let's say like they send you like 10 business a year.
Okay.
You know, the one that you work with the one that are running. You know, they're doing their business and they're making a good living. Do the math. 25 times 10. If you're good in math, it's 250 deals in a year.
Yeah.
And man, that's enough
And
to
like
have
the average ticket right now is like what, 400K?
Yeah, that's in your area.
350, 400, like, you know.
350, 400. That's like 30 million, 40 million, right over, right?
Even more.
Even
It's
more.
even more. It's
Yeah.
even more. But I mean, listen, these are easy numbers.
Easy
know?
numbers, yeah.
You don't know the deal that you get sometimes, you know.
Exact. Alors, tous ces courtiers immobiliers qui t'envoient 10 deals dans une année, fois 25 courtiers, ton top 25, t'as pas besoin de plus. Et tu les sollicites, tu les gardes bien, tu les gardes heureux. C'est 250 dossiers par année, plus les référencements qui viennent avec, plus tu leur dis que tu donnes un référencement pour les refinancements. It's amazing. And you also give them the tactic where they can refinance and buy another property. So they're in love with you, man.
Well, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, we're in it's all to make, we all want to make money. We all have to make a living. We all want to put food on the table. And like, if you could get creative in a non-aggressive way to get business, then why not? You know?
Why not? And you're actually helping the client because you're not telling him to get more debts to just fuck him over. You know?
I'm just saying, like, you're paying a crazy rate right now that like it's not what the market's giving. Why would you pay that rate?
Yeah.
You know, like I could pull out more money and you have the same payment. That's not enticing. Even if you don't want to buy real estate, just want to reinvest it in the stock market or something, or just put it on a. You got to do renovations, put in a pool, do a roof. Like these are.
But with good realtor, they can find you a good diamond, like in
Absolutely, there's a market that these realtors do not know that they have.
Yeah,
and the good ones do have a book of like their past clients. It's not about buying and selling.
Yeah,
you might even hit a point where it's like you could even stop chasing your tail and just eat off of your pipeline that you built over the years.
And because your clients want to work with you.
Absolutely.
They want to work with you. They want you to call you as soon as you have a deal, and you're specializing in investment, and you find investing properties that are good for clients.
Yeah.
So this guy who is refinancing to buy another property, and he knows that this realtor will find a property that is interesting.
Yeah.
Man, everyone is winning.
Everyone's
the whole
winning.
team is winning.
Everyone's winning. Everybody. It's
whole team is getting.
You're having long life relationships afterwards. You know what I mean? Like it's long lasting. These are solutions. But you realize that after with a bit of experience. You asked me this my first year. I would have looked at you confused. I would look at you confused. But now you start trying to get creative. Like how do you get other business?
Yeah.
How do you like for me? It's like how do I separate myself from the herd? For sure. It's really what I want to do.
T'écoutes le podcast. You listen
That's
to
why
this podcast.
I got pissed. I was like, you know what? I gotta be on this guy's podcast.
And did you which one do you really like?
I like the obviously Teddy. I loved yours.
Come on, man. Okay, besides Teddy,
I love Teddy. Especially the ones.
Teddy, don't let me just make sure. Like, I like Teddy. Like, I love the podcast.
Yeah,
That's why I invite him. But give me someone else that you don't really know.
I liked. If I'm not mistaken, you did one with Rodney.
Ronnie Lermite.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
The one with Etienne. The one you did recently.
Vincent.
Yes, exactly.
Vincent.
Sorry, Vincent.
Yeah, Vincent d'abord.
I'll be honest with you, I'm a bit busy, so I don't get to listen to them all the time. But when I can, like on a downtime, I will. But those are just at the top of the head. Yeah, and those are some of the ones I liked a lot.
Perfect, man. Perfect. And I think we touched all bases.
I mean, listen, I think this was a good one, like in terms of knowledge and solutions and creativity and just a little bit how I've gotten to where I've got. And I just really wanted to pass that message around to people.
Me personally, like, it was a great value because I'm going to apply some stuff that like I know, but I didn't like. Sometimes you gotta repeat yourself. You gotta hear it from other people, just to
Just so it doesn't sound crazy.
yeah.
Just so it doesn't sound crazy.
And
If enough people say it, it's not crazy.
like especially the templates, I'm gonna apply it.
Yeah.
Uh,
And it takes nothing. Like just building it is fine. But after that, it's done. It's really
Boom.
done. And then you're just able to personalize the messages you want to send to.
boom, and you get businesses out of that.
And listen, you hope for it, you know.
Like-
At the least of the least is that I'm in the back of your head.
Like big businesses concentrate like on email marketing.
Yeah.
Still today, like I'm subscribed to Grant Cardone, man. This guy every day he send me an email. Like, and what is he doing that? He's a multimillionaire.
Yeah, he doesn't have to.
He's
do it.
doing it. He's doing it because it's working, and we can do that in a small scale with your own people.
Yeah.
That's email marketing actually, and that brings you money. And if you don't, if you don't think email marketing cannot bring you money, look at Anthony.
Yeah, no, it's my niche. I'm not a big Instagram video person.
Yeah.
I'm really not. I'd rather do stuff like this. I feel there's a more personal touch. I think the video Instagram.
But you are actually doing both.
Yeah.
Like I've seen you do videos.
I
and
do.
stuff like that.
I do. I like
So-
doing it, but like, you know, those Insta stories, you know, 30 seconds. Like pas pour moi.
Pas pour-
It's really not for me, man. Like I can't come to grips of doing it. I know some brokers that do it and it works.
You work.
I don't know if it's a comfort zone or, you know, just breaking it, maybe.
Mais tu vois, c'est pas.
But I wanted to have a different, like now I feel like if I start doing it, everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing it. It all looks the same. I want to do things differently. And that's why I love the podcast, because it was just a different, it's a chat, you know, it's a coffee break.
Yeah.
We're just talking, you know, professionals about their business and your hurdles and your successes and my hurdles and my successes. It's a very different feeling to it. And I like stuff more like stuff like this. It's,
amazing, man.
as long as it's different, I'm all in.
And difference is good. And like every person have different way of developing his business.
Yeah, for sure.
I could be doing videos. You could be doing radios.
Exactly.
You know, and you could you can have as much business from what you're doing. If you're
Absolutely.
great at it and you're good at it, you can get business.
Non,
So-
c'est sûr, c'est...
Alors, quelqu'un qui fait des selfies, il peut avoir la business.
Ben oui.
Mais si c'est pas pour toi, t'es pas dans ton zone de confort.
Tout le monde a leur niche.
Tout le monde.
Everybody's got their thing that they're good at.
Yeah. Alors, moi, ce que j'essaie de faire, c'est amener plein de monde de toutes
Oui.
les façons de faire et pour qu'on puisse partager puis juste prendre un peu de trucs de tout le monde.
Oui.
Alors, thank you, Anthony.
Oh, thank
Appreciate
you
it,
for
man.
having me, man. It was fun.
Yeah, and
I
if
love-
people want to reach out to you, how do they do it?
Either by email, Delli Fraine at grouporbis.com, or you could give me a call, text 514-660-8605.
We're gonna put that in the description.
Put it in the description.
Follow, like, share, comment. That will help a lot. Other brokers who
And
to see.
interact. If there's anything you didn't like today,
Yeah,
we could
please,
argue on
please.
social media. No problem.
Please, please.
We could argue. I'll pick
Yeah,
a fight today. I
yeah.
don't
And
care.
if you have a new subject you want to talk about, you want me to talk about, please leave a message and I'll definitely consider it. Thank you, my man.
Thank you, bro.
Boom.